So I think it's important for us to start this episode by acknowledging that this is the end of our impromptu trilogy watch, and we have not taken edibles.
No.
Unless you have, and I'm wrong.
No.
But I have it. Okay,
I believe I said to you after that, Katie, I can't keep doing this.
He's like, well, we did it once, but okay.
So, we didn't sound...
No.
Like, you know, how the movies make people who are high sound. Maybe like a little gigglier.
Yeah.
But man, we kind of should have saved it for this movie. Because this was absurd.
When I was watching it, which I watched it today, I wanted to text you and be like, did I get roofied?
Absurd.
Because as I'm watching, I'm like, what's going on? I feel like I'm high.
I know.
And I know I'm not.
I know.
But I might be, and what the fuck? So... we'll talk about it. But we're totally sober, guys. So if we sound weird...
It's because we're sober.
It's just us. Yeah.
It's just us.
Just us. Yep.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello
there.
Welcome back, listeners.
You did it. 28 years later.
It's been 84 years, which is really 28 years. So many years and weeks and days, and we're all here, and we're gonna do it. Close it out.
We're gonna do it.
Okay. Well, let me introduce ourselves so you know who's doing it today. It's us.
We can speak.
Okay. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And I actually have a quote because this movie had crazy things that happened, and this is the one I'm going to say. The magic of the placenta.
Via Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes.
We are watching from 2025. This is a nostalgic pick.
Oh, it is!
28 years later.
Wait. I just need to acknowledge how the universe works in our favor sometimes because we didn't really plan this, but this is going to be the last episode of the month. Just like a nostalgic happy hour.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I knew
we used
that.
to do those.
I
we totally
that's how we do
planned things. Wow. So this was
a ride. And we also established there's a new 28 years later, semicolon.
Yes.
Something words. But if
Bone
it's
Temple.
if it's similar to this, I don't know if people should watch it.
I think it's gonna be very similar to this, because when this movie ended, I was like, oh, you guys are done now? Are you sure? Are you coming back? And then the movie's like, we're done. I was like, oh.
I think it's your synopsis, but I did owe you a bunch, so you tell me.
I can do it.
Okay.
You did too.
I'm here to support you.
And I just watched it today, so can't get it too wrong, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listeners, it's been 28 years later. And we're not with the lady from the Titanic, but we are doing a cold open, as always.
Yes.
You know, the cold open just shows a bunch of little blonde kids and then zombies bust in.
Yes.
You know, and it's tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Rage virus, am I right?
Yes.
And one kid gets away, and his name is Jimmy, not our brother Jimmy, although our brother Jimmy was a blonde kid when he was younger, so...
I think... I'll give Jimmy this. Okay. I think he could beat zombies. He has his own rage that might be more than their rage.
This is our brother Jimmy, just to clarify, right?
I think he could outrage the rage virus.
I agree
and survive.
with that.
I would bet on our brother Jimmy to beat the zombies.
Yeah.
I would. I'd put money on it.
Just envisioning him making a bone temple, but he's just like, ugh, these are all idiots. Stupid. Okay, so little Jimmy survives, and you're like, wow, I guess we're going to learn about him. And then Jimmy disappears forever until the last minute of the movie. But anyway, it was a cold open to basically tell us it's been 28 years, y'all, and zombies got all over Europe. Because we were in Scotland, and this movie takes place in Scotland on mainly in a little island, and certain areas got quarantined. And so the rest of the world is the world. And I guess everyone just lives and operates like life is cool, except for everyone in Europe who's dead or a zombie or scared of dying every second, and then no one helps them.
Yeah, it's like weird. It's like back in time vibes.
But it's not. It's like it's like current day.
I know, but it looks like it's like 1800s.
Yeah, it does. Gives the Village vibes.
Yes.
Not gonna lie. So our main character is Spike, not from Little Giants, but we can dream. Okay. He's a 12-year-old boy. He's got a mom and a dad. And you're like, that's so lovely. Well, it ain't fucking lovely.
It's bad.
George. It's bad because mom is dying and unwell. And his dad is like, anyway, let's go shoot zombies. Your mom is just fine and I don't care. And he's like, Dad, I'm 12. Can I get some emotional support? And the dad's like, fuck no. And so he like kind of has to grow up quickly in zombie land. But their little island is safe because they're like protected by the ocean. But when there's low tide, they can walk to what they call the mainland. And I guess they just go there to like, yes, kill zombies. It's like a initiation for preteen boys, only boys, I think, which is stupid. And maybe they scavenge and who the fuck knows? So they do that, and when they're there, the little boy, Spike, sees a big fire. He's like, Dad, zombies don't make fire. Who that, Dad? And the dad's like, we don't know. Don't ask questions. And then they go home, and then the dad's a dickhole, and the kid's like, I want to save mom. And this old guy in this village told me there's a doctor, and it's the guy who made that big fire. And that's easy to find, because it's literally big fire. So, like, I think I'm going to bring mom there. And the dad's like, no way. And he's like, all right, well, fuck you, Dad. I'll shank you. And I like that part of the movie. We'll talk about that. But basically, we leave the village and 12-year-old Spike is just trekking with his mom. And there's a lot of different things that happen. Army men, unfortunately, are a little bit a part of this movie, which, guys, like, we don't need them, okay? But they're there. Lots of zombies. There's a baby. Talk about the baby. And then, yes, baby. We do have Ralph Fiennes, who is Lord Voldemort. And I just want to say, y'all can go back to the first 28 Days Later where I thought that character was played by Ralph Fiennes.
Yes.
And it was not. And now it is Ralph Fiennes. And
did you manifest Ralph Fiennes?
Did I posthumously manifest Ralph? I might have.
Could be.
Perhaps.
Could be.
He's a doctor, and there's kind of some sadness. And then the mom dies, and then the kid's like, I'm on my own because I hate my dad, so I'd rather be with the zombies. And I'm like, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And at the very last, I'm not kidding, 1 minute of the movie, Jack O'Connell comes in, and it may or may not be the same character he plays from Sinners, but with blonde hair and a tracksuit. And he has little clones of himself, and they literally all just, like, murder zombies like psychopaths. And then he's like, hey, kid, you want to hang? And Spike's like, I guess. And then the credits play.
This movie was all over the fucking place.
I felt like I took it out of
so depressing.
I cried. Oh my God, I cried.
Yeah, I cried. It was so slow. Mm-hmm. And then the ending, you're like, why are we in this, like, Kill Bill, weird music, upbeat,
oh yeah,
blasting zombies? Like, what? It was, and they're in, like, velour. New Jersey Housewives attire.
Juicy Couture. I don't even know.
What the fuck?
Who's selling those in
Who decided
Scotland
that
Island?
Was their outfit?
Listen, this is why 28 years later, Bone Temple or the Bone Temple or whatever, I think we're going to get some answers. And I think it's safe to say they are a cult, and I'm afraid. And I mean, I have theories.
Tell me.
I got a lot of theories.
What are they?
Well, you want me to tell them all now, or should I bring them up as we talk through the movie?
Whatever you want.
Let's do as we talk through the movie.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
When this starts, I'm so confused on what time period it is.
Yeah.
Because you're like, so this is a house, and they give like I'm sober, people. So
just remember, guys.
So this is a house. But like they gave the quick exposition, like the zombies, the rage virus hit all of Europe. And certain towns are safe, and then it like goes to this town, and they're in a house. So you're thinking this isn't like olden times, but everything is olden times. Like there's no plumbing, there's no electricity, there is like community that makes the town work. So people like shower in a specific area.
Wait, you're talking about where Spike lived, or where Jack O'Connell lived?
Sorry, where Spike lived. Oh, I guess I'm skipping that part. Do you want to? I just felt like that part was so stupid, and you just jumped over it with the synopsis. Should we talk about it? I mean
that's
so
just
random.
It's just the cold open of like 10 billion blonde children watching Teletubbies, and then the mom is like getting attacked, and she's like, "Don't worry, kids, it's fine." But then it's like, there's just zombies murdering everyone, and I was like, why did mom lie to us?
It was I don't know why the kids were in the room. Like why they're all sitting ducks.
Whose parents? Where's their parents? What's happening? And then, there is a little bit of dripping of religion, and I would not be surprised if the next movie that is like a plot point of what I assume is going to be like a cult run by Jack O'Connell. Okay. He's like, I'm like a god. Guys, I was a little child, survived the zombies. Look at me now. I feel like that's where it's going to go. I'm calling it now.
Okay.
Clock it.
Because I was with you. I was like, okay, I'll care about this blonde kid. But then we never saw him again. So I was like, I don't even care. Do you care?
Anyway, no.
I mean, it's action, it's violence, it's intensity. The priest gets like thrust away by the zombies and wants it. And then he hides and I guess somehow survives. I guess
so.
Should I go back to the house?
There was a house. Don't forget. And then, we get the exposition. And then, we cut to Spike and his mom and dad. And they live, not gonna lie, Bridget, I know it's like olden times, but I don't know. It's a cute little coastal village. It's lovely, lovely scenery.
It's extremely cute. The causeway... Right? That goes across the ocean during certain tides. It's extremely cute. It feels very like I've only been to Ireland, but it just that wet, super green, rocky shores. But everything was so basic functioning society. Like we all go to school and like I didn't understand what you were saying of so Spike has to show he's like a man by going and killing zombies. Why are we ever doing that? Isn't the whole point to stay away from zombies? Yeah. But they're like they have like fake zombies on the island for the kids to like shoot and practice. But I'm like, but why?
I thought it was like they train people to use bow and arrows mainly for defense, but then maybe they made up their own stupid initiation where they're like, the only way to really do that is to get on that mainland and figure it out. And like, he's 12, first of all, and everyone's like, usually kids don't do this till they're like 14 or 15. And the fucking dad is like, it's fine. He's good. And I was like, okay, so you're the worst.
The dad was tough because in the beginning you liked him because he was very, and you could tell like the wife's having trouble, but he's like trying to support her, and the son, he's like really supporting the son, and he's like, go get him with the son. But as time went on, you're like, oh, this man is like broken. Like he's ignoring his wife's pain and is like giving up on what to do. The son tries more, although I think the son's nuts for the way he tried it. And then I couldn't believe he like put his son in that position to basically be like thrust with zombies. And things were like the one zombie that was hanging upside down. And he was like, come on, see, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm like, why? Aren't you supposed to like hide on that island?
It felt like we could have very easily gone into like toxic masculinity land. And the dad does kind of do that because... Well,
and then he cheats on the mom in front of the boy.
He does.
Rude.
He does. Because their whole trip to the mainland, like... And this was another interesting thing that I was like, I want to learn more. I would like lessons on the lore of this franchise because we've watched all of these fucking movies now and there's new things like fat,
low and slow.
Like crawly. What are they called? Low and slow?
Wait, let's name these zombies.
Like slower, lower Delaware. I said it.
Who?
That's a phrase.
My screen is frozen.
All right. Well, those guys, I was just kind of like, hey, wait, like, how come now we have like factions of zombies? Like in the other movies, they were just all running rampant, and now you got some that.
Okay, I had this talk with James because he watched it with me. Okay, so you have slow lows.
Oh my god.
They're large, obese, slow-moving infected who crawl on all fours, and they like eat worms, basically. And so I talked to James about this. I was like, why the fuck do we have these new ones? And he's like, well, it's 28 years later, so the virus had to, like, evolve based on, like, who survived. Because the way they made the first movie be like is how long will they live, right? And 28 weeks later, it was like, they all starved to death. They died.
They starved, yeah.
But in 28 years, I guess when it goes so massive, and you can't, like, kill them all. Essentially, some starve, others have found new ways, and so you had the slow lows and you had the alphas.
That is interesting, because there were also some zombies that, like, would eat... Like, there was one zombie that, like, ate a fish. And I was like, yeah, why aren't there zombie animals, guys?
Ooh, like the fish then loses its shit?
Or, like, when we saw the deer, like, when it was the kid walking with the dad in the field, and there was, like, a beautiful shot of, like, there's this giant herd of deer, and, like, this is crazy. I was like, are they zombie deer?
Oh, my God, I never thought of that.
Y'all are just too casual out in the fucking wilderness out here. And they literally were just killing zombies.
Yeah.
That was all. Like, and then the dad was kind of like, yeah, we'll look in this house and see if we find anything. And then he found a frisbee. So.
But then it was weird because with the slow lows, there was like a kid zombie.
Yeah.
That knew that they didn't want to get shot and ran away. So there was like self-preservation intelligence happening.
So this is where I thought the movie was going to go. And again, maybe the next one will get more into this. But I did get the impression, and I feel like it gave us a little bit of that some of these zombies were also like more human than, I don't know, maybe some of the other movies. So like we see eventually a pregnant
zombie. Get pregnant, and the alpha who's super smart and knows how to be like strategic.
Should we just jump to the theories? Because go
for it.
Okay. Pregnant zombie. Do we think she was pregnant before she became a zombie, or was she a zombie and then had zombie sex?
Had zombie sex.
How do you...
I think the alpha had zombie sex with her. And I was...
The penis guy?
I was like, I bet they're like doing a lot of crazy gyrating.
The motions. This is...
Sorry.
If we were a video podcast, we would have to censor that, Bridge. Yeah, there were a lot of dicks, by the way.
Okay,
y'all.
I said that. I was like, James, why?
Lots of peen.
Why am I seeing so many naked zombies? And he's like,
so many dicks.
He's like, Bridget, it's been 28 years. What do you think? They're closed? Like, fucking hung on that long? And I'm like, I guess not. But I kind of didn't want to see it. I didn't need to see all their naked bodies.
And I'm sorry, the one zombie had a big dick. And
huge.
I know this was talked about before. Okay, and this is where I'm going to bring this up. Listeners, if you're a longtime listener, you've heard this on at least one of the episodes. I was supposed to go on a date to see this movie.
Oh, we jumped from big penises to your dates. Okay.
This is connected, I swear to God. I swear to God it's connected.
Okay.
And thank God we didn't end up seeing this movie, and the date was not good because the guy hummed the whole time. It's the classic tale.
Isn't it?
And I remember when we were before we did the pivot to the other movie, I had heard people talk about this movie because it had been out a little bit prior to, and everyone kept talking about how there was like a giant dong. And I was like, oh, is that going to be weird for me to like see a penis next to this man that like is interested in dating me? And like, I don't know, like maybe that's too much. I'm just glad this wasn't the movie that I saw.
I kind of get it. Well, because it wasn't like
awkward.
a sexual movie, but it definitely was like, we watch a birth. We watch a zombie birth.
It was a lot. Lots of boobs.
I first of all, I was like trying to follow it, and I thought, here's what I really wanted in this movie. On the islands, when we're like introducing the town, and there's happy music, and we're skipping, we have a classroom. Perfect moment in the classroom to say,
you're so right.
As we know, these are slow and lows. As we know,
you all
these
know,
are alphas. As we know. And then we get this cool exposition through like a cool history teacher's voice, aka Miss Honey from Matilda, that catches me up. Because it was so fucking weird and jarring. I'm like, watching those fat zombies slurp worms, I was so confused. I was like, what? Yeah. And even the dad was like, all right, take your time. They're slow one. I'm like, no, why are we here? Why are we here?
Dad, I don't like it. And this whole part where it's just Spike and Dad, we're seeing like the mainland and Bloody Blue, but it's also kind of like showing that Spike is like, he's a fucking 12-year-old. So he's like, I'm scared. And the dad's like, you can't hesitate, Spike. And you're like, whoa. So then the dad is like doing a lot of the work, because at one point they get chased by not slow zombies.
I thought they were gonna die multiple times.
So many times. I was like, how are we getting out of this one?
And then they were in a house that was gonna collapse.
They were.
And then
a lot of
zombies were chasing
hiding.
them in the house, and then they had to go in the open field, and I just kept thinking, why is this a thing? And somehow, some way they make it back alive, which I thought was like a miracle. Because I just thought they were going to die.
Okay, questions. The zombie that chased them when they're going back to the village, was that the penis zombie? Because I'm not saying I looked a long time at the penis, but I felt like
you brought it up a couple times,
like
Katie.
A brother, if anything,
it feels
to
like
the other
you
penis.
might like that, Alpha.
Listen, somebody chose to put it on screen, and I can't control where my eyeballs pivot.
Okay. I think it was a different one, but they were kind of the same vibe.
They looked the same. That's why I was like...
But then he died, right?
That's why I was like, but did he?
Oh, I thought all the slow and lows looked the same, and all the alphas looked the same.
So you think the alphas are like a breed of zombies?
Yeah, like certain, like
that's
you know how on 28 Weeks Later, when the one mom like was kind of immune to it, I'm like, maybe there's like a certain testosterone level that the rage virus hits them, and like certain genetic makeup makes them alphas.
I like that theory. Because they kind of, at one point, got a little into, like, conversation about the zombies. Because when we meet the army guy later on, he's like, how come there's, like, different kinds of zombies? And I was like, yeah, I, too, would like to know. And unfortunately, he's asking the 12-year-old. So we don't get the best of answers. But then the 12-year-old is like, it's something about, like, steroids. I don't know what that is. So maybe it is testosterone connected, where it was like men who didn't have enough testosterone become low, and then like people who have higher testosterone become like rage or alpha.
Whoa.
Also, just while we're on the zombie general topic, did you also think that one, as we call Alpha Zombie, when he kept like kind of going after them, do you think he was trying to get the baby?
Yes.
Like, was he like, that's my baby?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was
I think he wanted
to be obvious
eat them
or not.
Regardless. And also was like, that's my baby you stole, and I'm an alpha.
Like he didn't want to eat the baby. I felt like he was like, that's my kid. That's my little offspring. I gotta get that.
Yeah. Because did the pregnant lady get eaten? Or how did she die? She got shot by
the army guy.
Yeah, so he was pissed. He was like, you killed my baby mama. Now you literally stole the baby. I'd be pretty fucking mad too. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. The dad and Spike come home. They're screaming like, open the gates! The alpha's behind them. Everyone shoots the alpha. They somehow survive. I can't even... The alpha was running... The alpha was literally Usain Bolt. Like, that was the fastest running thing I've ever seen. They get inside, and it's party time. The whole island is celebrating Spike. They're going crazy. Everyone's drunk as hell. And then
children are binge drinking.
The dad decides to celebrate his son's initiation by cheating on his wife, basically in front of his kid. What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He also is like, hey, I know you're 12 and literally, like, you haven't hit puberty yet, but, like, you better chug this beer, bitch, because now it's fraternity initiation. And I was like, whoa, what's happening? And the dad also, like, he goes on this weird speech where he's like, guys, Spike killed every single zombie that ever existed. And the kid's like, no, Dad, that's me up, Dad. And it was definitely a turning point for their father-son relationship. And I do think we should mention that the dad is played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson, who is a very famous actor. He's been in a bunch of shit. He's, like, very attractive.
So
I don't love
attractive.
him. Don't love him with a giant gangly beard, but it's fine. And then the mom is played by Jodie Comer, who I'm pretty sure is like an Emmy award-winning actress.
Yeah.
She's also been in a billion things and is awesome. So, yeah. And, you know, Bridge, I did write a note, and I think every one of these movies does give us at least one good lesson about how to treat men who, you know, do something wrong to us, especially in zombie apocalypse. And in this case, if your dad and or a man or somebody cheats on your wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever we want to call it, I do approve of the idea of whipping out a knife and saying, get the fuck out of here. Get out or I'll shank you. And that's exactly what Spike did. And I was like, correct.
Well, and I think it was so sad. It's like, they just made the mom out to be like, God, she's so annoying. But it's like, she was straight up dying from cancer. You know what? Like, made it out to be like she was a whiner. I'm like, excuse me.
But that's why Spike was like so fucking pure, because he never was like, ugh, mom. Like, he was like, hey. At one point he asked the dad, he goes, do you want mom to die? And the dad's like, how dare you? And I was like, it's a valid question, because you made out with some lady's vagina and you don't like your wife.
And then he punched the wall, which usually means the kid's right.
I still think he should have shanked him.
Here's the thing. I was so down with all of the kids' decisions. Even I would have dreamed in the history books, if there were Spikes, to be like, what was written in that Bible, book, was wrong, because it was a bunch of men bragging about things that didn't exist. But I just hated that he was like, we're gonna take mom to the zombies because of that doctor. I was like, we can't get a friend. We can't, find a band of other cool, like, we can't have a best friend, Stand By Me style. Like, I don't know if we prepared. We couldn't even take the grandpa. Why not the grandpa? Grandpa seemed pretty cool.
Grandpa had glasses. His legs worked. I don't know.
Because him and a dying mother just doesn't seem like a good plan.
I do feel like one thing that made this movie a little, feel kind of weird was it didn't always do a great job of, the progression of events. And what I mean by that is, literally, how we get from here to there.
I know. No,
because we don't see... We see him, taking time to think about it. No. We don't even see a scene of him, being like, well, let me hang with mom and try to take care of her. And his dad disappeared. It literally is, he's like, Dad, I'll shank you. Get out. Dad punches the wall and leaves. And then literally the next scene, he is like, all right, don't worry.
We're going.
I'm setting a little house on fire and I'm making everybody run over there. And then I'm going to sneak mom out. And we're just going to walk across the ocean and no one will see.
And she, no offense to her, so you're dying of cancer. And then your son's like, I got you, mom. And you're half delirious. And she's like, where are we? And he's like, we're on the zombie island to fix you. I'd be like, I hate you, kid. Why?
So she was kind of like, oh, we shouldn't be here. And he's like, it's fine. And she was like, all right, you crazy. I was like, guys.
Well, and she was losing his mind calling him grandpa or dad.
Well, her dad, yeah.
And then, zombies come. He's
My God,
using his bow arrow, and but the first one was pretty cool. It was the slow low that was going to eat him.
Oh.
And somehow that was a really great shot. And somehow the mom, gets crazy non-cancer strength and just bashes the head of it. And the kid didn't even know. I'm like, how did he not wake up to that?
I thought in that moment, because she never tells him she did that. She's just like, weird. The zombie's dead. I don't know what happened. And he's like, oh, mom, silly. Anyway, I thought for some reason there was going to be a connection between her and the Ralph Fiennes character. Like, I thought it was going to be like, we're going to go see a doctor that nobody knows, and then they were going to meet him, and then she was going to be like, oh, this is actually your grandpa. This is my dad. Oh. And that there would have been some backstory where she grew up in, like, zombie place, but then, like, left.
So she has, like, the best zombie skills.
So she had, like, I thought she had, like, zombie instincts, and it was going to be that. It wasn't. She just had a burst of aggression.
But then she, like, I know I'm skipping scenes, but she, like, veers off to the pregnant lady and then, like, helps her deliver her baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing that.
I don't think I would.
The zombie lady?
But I guess that was also probably a moment where maybe for her, because she's a little loopy, where she was just like, maybe this is not a zombie and I don't know. And the zombie was like, this is the worst. Where's my loser alpha husband? Anyone want to shank him? He's not here holding my zombie hand. I'm fucking over it. Like, please. They do run into army people. I really thought we would be spared from the army.
But the army people did save them.
Yeah.
And the army people came, their boat got...
Oh, they're actually Navy. My bad.
Okay, they're Navy, army. And the boat got... I don't know.
I think it just sank
or something, and so that's why they had all their stuff in their gear. They got on the island, they had no idea what they were in for, and they were like, holy shit, this is crazy. And this guy survived. Very bad vibes.
Hate him.
Terrible vibes, but he did save them, and he just seemed really mad and miserable, and then he hangs with them, and I kind of thought, well, this is kind of nice, because this 12-year-old needs some help with his dying mother and bow and arrow. And he does help a little, but then when the mom wanders, it's like, ay.
That's where she finds the pregnant lady. And the guy's like, oh, kill him. The mom, whose name is Isla, which is a really cute name, she goes talking about the army guy. She's like, he's a dick. And then Spike's like, Mom, that's rude. And she goes, I know a dick when I see one. And I was like, girl, don't we all? Did you see that one, zombie? Crazy.
Damn, Katie.
I'm so sorry. Take a sip every time I reference that, guys.
Wow, I love it.
You know, he is the one that kills the pregnant lady. And I just, like, that sucks. There were so many moments where I was like, that sucks for that character. Because the fucking zombie lady has to give painful birth.
And die.
And then she gets... like machine gun shot to death.
I think you're right. I don't think this franchise likes women.
It does. No, the first movie kind of had a strong female character with Selena, but she was our only one.
But they wanted to like rape her. The second one got terrible, and this one is pretty bad too.
Yeah, it fucking is.
So then the army guy gets killed.
Yeah, by the alpha guy.
Who rips his head off.
That was a scary death.
That's
I don't want
intense.
Like your spine get. I mean, I know you're dead, so you don't feel it, I guess, but like it's gross to see.
A lot of steroids.
There were so many skull spines.
And then they're like, oh, we're pretty much done for it because I'm 12 and my mom is not really there.
Spike is 12.
And then Ralph Fiennes saves the day with his little dart gun like he's Ace Ventura.
Oh my God, what a reference.
Right?
He's so chill too. He's like, a little dart gun, isn't that fun? Hey guys, how are you? I'm Ralph Fiennes. I was like, what?
So he rubs iodine. Like, where do you get iodine? But okay. All over his body, and it repels the zombies from him, so he like lives among them. And you're thinking, okay, what does he do with his time? What's happening here?
Oh, well.
He takes dead bodies, cleans the skull, and makes sculptures of skull sculptures.
You know, Bridge, I thought you'd be happy that there's art 28 years later in zombie apocalypse, but
I just feel like if he's so smart, he can be doing other things, but he's all about memento mori, celebrating the dead. I didn't know if I believed his motivation. I felt like it was a little stupid.
But, I mean, I agree, because it's like, what are we doing? But I kind of liked how it then connected to what happened with the mom. Because that's when I cried. That was my favorite part. Wait, before we get to the tears, though. Hold on. Wait.
I want to talk about that. Yeah.
We will. Definitely. I have more zombie theories.
Okay.
Why is the baby not infected if it was two zombie parents?
So then, so it doesn't get passed down, and Yeah.
And then I was like, is this, like, how could this be connected to the last movie where that was, like, a thing that got introduced where they're like, oh, there's immunity. And I was like, cool. So we going to see more of that? And, like, nobody talks about that in this movie.
Wait a second.
And then that's where he says the placenta line, where he goes, the magic of the placenta. And I was like, what are you trying to say about the placenta?
Right now, the baby's not infected.
You think it could get it?
Do you think it gets older? And once it hits puberty,
Ooh.
it rages? And that
because
baby
testosterone.
That baby was landed on the island, and now that whole island's going to be decimated. So it's, like, great that the kid decided not to go back.
That's a great theory. I like that. Put that on Reddit. Trademark theory.
But here's the thing. I also was like, what are you going to do with this baby now? What are you going to do with this baby? You can't feed it.
We're just hanging out with the baby.
You're just hanging out. And I thought, we really don't need one more thing to slow us down. I just feel like...
We carried it around.
We might as well just get a grandpa that, like, can't walk and add it to this, like, ragtag crew.
Oh, my God. Even Ralph Fiennes is like, yeah, about that baby. You got to get that baby milk. So, what? But I did get emotional at this whole part where he's like, I came here because my mom's dying and you're a doctor and can you look at my mom? And he's like, I'll do the best I can without any medical equipment at all and just my eyes and hands. And you're like, all right.
I thought he was pretty kind about it.
No, he was. And then it's like, just like really, this was just nice to see because I feel like in the 28 weeks later, there was literally no parts that I felt any emotion or connection or gave a shit about any of the people. And then in this movie, I was like, no, I care about this kid and his mom because this kid, like, loves his mom so much. And then the guy's like, yeah, they give cancer, lady. And then she's like, I kind of knew that. And the kid's like, I'm 12. Anyone gonna tell me what cancer is? And they're like,
I was a part of, I know she was supposed to be out of her mind, but I was pretty mad at her.
Why? Because she didn't tell him?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? If you're that sick and you're in bed all day and you think you might have cancer, you gotta talk to your kid about it.
There wasn't a lot of talking to the kid.
I know, but, like, you're in a dystopian world and now he's, like, lugged you all the way to the zombie island. You could have fucking mentioned it over bacon. I'm just saying.
I did wonder, too, if... Because there were so many parts where I was like, I think she's, like... She would say things that you'd be like, oh, that's, like, crazy talk. But then, like, I thought about it more, and I was like, maybe, like, she was actually more with it than we thought. But she knew that everybody thought that she would be crazy, but she was choosing to say certain things that would end up having meaning. And I wondered if... she didn't want to tell him about the cancer because she didn't think they would believe her and they would just think she was crazy talking. So then it was kind of like, now you heard it from a real doctor, not me. So you have to believe it.
Got it.
And it was sad.
I love that. I didn't think of that.
It was just sad. Now, did he get his time cut extremely short with his mom, in my opinion? Yeah. Because she literally is like, well, I have cancer. Give me a big old hug. Oops, she got Ace Ventura darted. All right, now you're going to be really chill, but not sleepy. Anyway, love you, see ya. And then she goes to let Ralph Fiennes murder her.
Okay, here's the thing.
Consensually, I guess,
right.
But...
It's us. We're on Zombie Island.
Oh, God, here we go. Jesus Christ.
She tells us she has terminal cancer, and Ray Fiennes is going to kill her. I'm just going to tell you right now. If Ray Fiennes has the fucking audacity to hand me her skull, I'm kicking it like a punting it to his face. I just think it's so inappropriate. Like, I'm like, why are you handing the skull?
But I'd be like, where's her clothes and the rest of her skeleton? Can we do a little more with this?
Yeah,
no?
I'm like,
just the skull?
Just the skull.
Not even the jaw. He, like, took the jaw off. And I was like, where's the jaw go? Why can't we keep that?
Awful.
And then he goes, hey, you know where to put her. And I was like, where do we put her, Ralph Fiennes? And then the kid climbs the freaking Bone Temple bullshit. And I did I get a little emotional too?
Is that where Bone Temple comes from?
I think it's that. I think it's referencing that thing. In some way. I don't know how yet, but yeah, he climbs up top and he puts Mom's little skull on top. And then, it's like, I don't want to say it was beautiful because what the fuck?
It was a lot.
But he did turn her head her dead head towards the sunrise. And I was like, I mean, it's kind of cute. This is another thing with this movie. As much as I felt like I was high watching it, there were also parts where I was like, that's really beautiful cinematography.
Really beautiful cinematography.
I know I'm looking at bones, but like, man, look at how the light hits them, you know?
No, and some of those like early morning dewy, kind of like big landscaped, mossy, really beautiful. I'm with you on that. I think it was actually the best shot film.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so then Ray finds the kid and the baby are like, okay. And then the fucking alpha shows up and tries to kill them.
Yeah.
And then they hide. And then the alpha takes their hand and throws it through the dirt to rip Ray Fiennes up, which I was like, this is an insane scene. Thank God the kid darts him. And then Ray Fiennes is like, you gotta go.
He's like, you're messing up my bone camp.
Why didn't he kill the alpha? Why didn't he kill the alpha the first time?
Okay, but see, again, this is where I thought the movie was gonna go. I thought we were gonna find out that Ralph Fiennes was like the leader of the zombies. Like he found some way to like be in charge of them because of like the iodine bullshit. But then it wasn't. And he was like, we just all live near each other. And I was like, why do you do that?
You seem so smart. You could go so many places.
And like, you're all alone. And like, and then there's even a part where he's like, wow, I thought I'd be alone forever. And I was like, sir, the town's right over there, sir. You could have just gone there. What do you mean? And like, I feel like you knew it was over there, but I don't fucking know. So the kid's like, no problem. I'm outie with this baby. Put him in a little basket. And he leaves the baby and a note for his dad where he's like, Dad, I know you're a deadbeat and you hate mom, and good news, I guess, for you, mom's dead, so fuck off. Also, I hate you and I don't even want to see your fucking face, so I'm out. Bye.
Okay, I gotta say,
like, whoa.
That was pretty extreme. Because if I'm the dad, I'm like, I mean, I screwed up, but it was like one time, kid. This was all like a 24-hour bad dadding. Now, I bet he was a pretty good dad for like 11 years. Yikes.
There is that one. This is another moment where I was like, oh, I think the mom's like a little bit more with it than we think, where she's talking with Spike and she's like, is your dad ever silly with you? And he's like, not really. And she's like, oh, really? And she's like, oh, he used to be so silly. And like, I wish he was silly with you. And you're like, is she trying to basically be like, Dad does suck. And that's my way of acknowledging it. And I wish he didn't suck for you, but... Sounds like he does.
But he also...
I don't know.
Listen, I'm not going to totally stick up for the dad, but I also was like, it's a pretty extreme, kid. Like, listen, you were vibing with your dad before.
He's literally 12 and probably going through puberty and is like, I don't know who I am. I'm a child, but I can shoot arrows, so I will live in the wilderness by myself. I know Ralph Fiennes is over there, and I don't have a baby now, so I feel like he might let me hang, but I guess I'll be by myself. And Bridge, this is where the last minute of the movie... Jack O'Connell appears on rocks.
I can't.
I blacked out. I was like,
okay. The kid is
tracksuit.
The kid is walking.
Oh my God.
It's like a lot of stone and there's some zombies and you're like, oh, what is this fucking kid doing? What is this kid doing? And when they popped out with that purple juicy velour jumpsuit.
My God.
There was gold chains.
Bling.
Long curly blonde hair. And I don't think this was the music, but my brain is remembering. That
is absolutely they played like circus music when they all started attacking the zombies, and I was like, and then I thought, is this foreshadowing?
I thought he was like, okay, kid, you need some help, and he was like, yeah, and I thought, okay, we'll get a ragtag team. This is a weird outfit and music, but okay,
yeah.
Then Kitty
Bridge,
they Kill Bill. Did jumps and flips in the air, and we're like golf clubbing zombies, like giggling. There was like
acrobatics.
It was so bizarre.
Barnum and Bailey
to go from holding the dead mom's head to dropping off a baby. That's like a Willow movie to a Kill Bill movie. It was like, how did Quentin Tarantino show up and direct the last 2 minutes?
And who put on that music?
It was crazy.
But this is why I think in the next movie, it's going to obviously be a lot about those people and their dynamic, and I don't know what it is yet, but we did see, like, these were the people, like, they're, like, into torturing zombies because they kind of do that when they're killing zombies. And we saw earlier in the movie when Spike and his dad found that one zombie, like, not dead, but, like, tied up, and he had the name Jimmy carved in his back, and that's the name of Jack O'Connell's character, who is the same kid from the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
So I feel like it's going to be...
I did not connect that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I think the kid's going to go with them. So and he's going to be like, I guess I'm safe because they know how to... Like, he's going to be like, I know I'm safe because they know how to kill zombies. But then I think he's going to be like, uh-oh, now I'm not safe from the people. Because they're Looney Tunes.
They do seem crazy.
And Jack O'Connell's probably going to be like, you better dye your fucking hair and get this tracksuit on, or else...
What color tracksuit is he going to get?
Where do they get them? Who's importing the tracksuits onto Scotland Island? I don't know. My last line I wrote is, oh, it's over. Okay.
When the movie ended, both James and I were like, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck
that
is happening?
I gotta say was probably the worst ending.
Yeah.
That was kind of the worst ending. Why couldn't we just let the kid walk off into the hill?
I really thought the movie was going to end where he put the skull on top. The mom's skull. I was like, that could have been an ending.
Great ending.
And I wouldn't have thought any more on it because that was definitely the emotional peak. But nope, we have tracksuits, so.
Bizarre.
Wow. Well, I mean, Bridge, we did it.
I don't know if I'd tell people to watch that one. Would you watch it or don't watch it?
Okay, but this, guys, it's coming full circle. I think you guys should watch it only if you take an edible. That's what I suggest. Beautiful to look at, and the story's
I think the first one was the best one.
First one was absolutely... I would rank first one. This is second. 28 Weeks is...
Oh, I disagree. I think this is the weakest.
Really? No, I like this one more than the Weeks. Because I actually cared about some of the people.
It was such a bizarre movie.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what this Bone Temple movie is. But here we are. And Kate, I just want to let you know...
Bridget.
If we've decided...
Oh, no.
After we put our mom's skull up and dropped off the zombie baby.
My God.
That we're going to live in the zombie island.
Yeah.
And those Juicy Couture tracksuits come out. I'm looking at you and I'm saying, we gotta go.
Gotta go.
We gotta go. And we just kind of do that Homer Simpson in the bushes.
Oh, God,
like
yes,
we just
thank
kind
God.
of like slowly lean back. And then
we
run and hide from everybody, and we get a boat, and we go hang out with like Tom Hanks and Wilson, and we never ever go to zombies again. What do you think?
I love that plan. I don't want to hear the circus music at all. Well, Bridge, I also would want to say if we found a baby and the alpha was chasing us for the baby, I would pull a Spike and I'd whip out a little shank knife and I'd say, listen, you weren't there for the birth. What makes you think you should be here now? What do you think? This kid's your property? Okay? This kid's an individual. And I don't think that would work, but I would want to do it.
Okay.
Because,
That's for...
It's...
The
well,
baby.
and then I think it would magically maybe work and we'd live, is how I'm going to end that.
Got it. I was wondering.
So sorry.
That's fun, though. If you want to shank someone, you could do it.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do my movie pick yet. But let me... wait. Okay, so pause on what I normally say next, and let me do... I have a pick for next week. Because we are done with the 28 number zombie movie sequels, and Bone Temple's not out yet. I don't know when that's supposed to come out. But maybe we'll revisit this when it does. But Bridge, next episode, it's the month of October, and we've done a really good lead up with zombies. But I have a different movie, and it's a little spoopy. You've definitely seen this. We're actually going back to 1987.
Damn. Okay.
Yes. I have not been in the 80s in a while. This movie would have been a movie that I could pick around Halloween, or I could pick around the summertime, I think. And, you and I, Bridge, like to send each other memes and silly videos on Instagram. And you sent me a video recently from Dancing with the Stars. And it was of Robert Irwin. I swear this has a connection.
Okay.
And I said to you, I think I need to watch this season because there's so many people I recognize. And do you know who one of the actors is this season on Dancing with the Stars?
Who?
An 80s actor.
I have no idea.
Corey Feldman.
Whoa.
Is doing this season Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if he got kicked off yet because I didn't watch it yet.
Whoa.
Corey Feldman's in this movie, Bridge.
Is this the vampire one?
Yeah, what's it called?
I don't remember. What is it?
The Lost Boys!
Whoa.
Yes, he's not the main character, but he is in it. The main character's the other Corey, the one who passed away, Corey Haim. We got Jason Patrick, Corey Haim, Diane Wiest, not that guy. Kiefer Sutherland is the main bad guy.
Who's so intense.
Corey Feldman's there too. Alex Winter, he's recognizable. We're going to the beach. We're going with the vampires.
1987.
We're going with 80s. So 80s. And I'm ready.
Let's go.
We're going zombies and vampires.
And it's Halloween season. It's spooky season, as you say.
Spoopy!
Oh my God.
All right, and now I'm gonna divert back to the part that I skipped over. And listeners, if you also would save a zombie baby if it wasn't a zombie. Oh my God, what motion was that, Bridge?
If you were shanking.
Bridget, I don't want to say what I thought you were just doing to me.
Are you thinking about zombie penises again?
No, baby! Oh God! You did it! It wasn't me. Listeners, if you would consider peeking at a zombie dick. Listen, if it's running, I'm sorry. Somebody chose that actor and they knew what it looked like. Unless it's a prosthetic, and then I have more questions. Anyway, and if you think that, I want to know more about the tracksuits, I want to know about the hair, I want to know about the acrobatics and the bloodlust for murdering zombies, I want to know all about it. But I might take an edible if I ever decide to watch the next movie when it comes out, because I think it's going to be just like this one. Yes, if you think all that, you should write us a review. Woo! We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there's a form you can fill out, and your request goes on a list. And we look at the list every now and then, and we will do it eventually. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can give us money.
Woo!
Which would be nice, because we can maybe help Ray Fiennes do other activities than make skull.
Find a new hobby.
Yeah.
Maybe get into painting without
maybe sewing,
blood.
Knitting, something different.
Literally.
We also have merchandise that, if your parent gets incinerated in front of you and get handed a skull, maybe also buy a t-shirt, just in case you want to remember them by. So we have all that.
Yep. So check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for The Lost Boys. That's
see you there.
Impressions. Woo.
80s time. Super dark.
Made it. We survived 3 movies of zombies.
We did all the zombies. Bye-bye. 28. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.